What's looking is the source. What's looking is presence. What's looking is what you're looking for. So there's no need to go outside of yourself. Outside of yourself is an echo of what you used to believe. What you see outside of yourself is an echo of your past state of consciousness. But because you are everything, all you have to do is come back to yourself, observe, and you can rearrange your consciousness so then the outside does not look so frightening. The reason why the outside looks so frightening is because you're denying yourself as the source. You're also denying yourself love and compliments and everything good, and you think it's going to come from outside of you. And that's the beggar's way. And we take the beggar's way until we realize like how painful it is and how much it hurts and how much suffering is in the beggar's way. All right? Because everything that arises is bringing you back to your power space of clear consciousness, of presence. And I mean everything. So life, you turn up the heat on yourself with distortions and suffering when you keep looking outside of yourself. Like it's beautiful that we do this for ourselves. I mean, suffering is actually a call for action. To step back into what's looking, to observe, and to take conscious action to shift your energy, because that's all consciousness is. Consciousness is everything that's appearing from thoughts, emotions, memories, imaginings. Everything that arises is consciousness. So that's why we must be able to be a keen observer to see what is arising and driving us to take certain actions. So obviously we must begin with what's looking. What's looking? Now your mind will go, well, I'm looking. Janet's looking. Billy Bob's looking. No. That's the conditioned consciousness. That's your costume. You're the knower of that gender. You're the knower of the personality. You're the knower that Billy Bob is sitting here. You're that all-knowing consciousness that knows this. But you cannot know yourself because you are yourself. Very similar to how a knife can cut everything but itself. It's very much the same thing with the unconditioned consciousness or presence. That's why you're left with just an observer. So you don't ever really get your questions answered. Like, who am I? What am I? You decide that. You decide that when you're conscious, because at the end of the day, you don't really have an identity. That's what self-realization is. Recognizing that we don't have any really solid, concrete identity, that all identities are fleeting and they are like drag, they are costumes. That can either be very amazing and beautiful or highly claustrophobic. It gets claustrophobic when we become attached to our identities. But you're actually nothing. You're empty. You're zero. You're pure potential. That's why just feeling like you're just this character can be so tight, because it's a fleeting experience. It's not who you really are. It's like one movie on Netflix, and there's a whole other spectrum to explore. You're infinite. You're infinite. But none of this really makes sense or is helpful until we can really sit with ourselves. Really sit with ourselves, not looking outside of ourselves, but really bringing everything inward. Really bringing everything inward. Subject. Looking from it and not for it. It changes everything. Okay? Because again, the outside isn't real. Okay, it seems to take shape and texture and flavor and form based on what you're conceiving of yourself, what you're believing of yourself. That's why you don't need to go outside of yourself to ask anybody permission for anything. Come inside to yourself. And you decide. You confirm. And you be it. And you be it. Because there really is a huge misconception about what we call awakening, or just recognizing what this is and what you are. And we think we're just going to sit and something's going to happen, you see? And that may be the case, but, action does take place. You do get inspired. You do take action, because being is doing and doing is being. It just comes from a deeper space once you've recognized what this is. It's a paradox. Everything changes, nothing changes. It's just all the energy comes back to you. All of it comes back to you. So can we sit? Can we be still? Can we listen with the ears in our heart? And can we see where we've let ourselves down? Can we see where we've shortchanged ourselves by going outside of ourselves, or by telling ourselves we're not good enough? You must be able to watch your inner dialogue, because your inner dialogue is driving your actions. And there are so many thoughts and emotions and memories and imaginations that float by that are unregistered by you, the solar source. Now, when you're there watching, you can see all of these suggestions, you can see all of these imprints and distortions, and you can go, hey, wait a minute, yo. No, not for me, thank you, no thank you. But you only have that authority if you're looking. You only have that authority when you know what's looking is God. It's just right now in your experience, God may be taking on a limited concept of itself, like I'm just a human, I'm just a mortal, I am insecure, I have no idea what the fuck Anna's talking about. Those are all conceptions of yourself, which then you will receive in the appearance of an external reality. We're always making love with ourselves and having babies, which is form, That's why observation is one of the greatest skills you can master in this lifetime. Because without that keen observation, again, we will be moved by thoughts and imaginations and behaviors, and we're going to call it our destiny. But you create your destiny now. You receive your destiny now based on how receptive you are to presence, based on how receptive you are to the deeper aspect of yourself. Creation is reception. So why not slow down, be present, and open up that beautiful heart so you can receive more of that goodness you know yourself to be. All right, friends. I love you. Take care.